morning. I do not want to do that, but I have to. So, you know. No. I know exactly what you're trying to get me to say there, buddy. Ice swallow? Come on now. I don't know what that means, but an ice swallow is probably a weird thing. I have no idea what that means. I don't speak Chinese. Waiting for the grand countdown to finish. I bet Ice Swallow Co. would greatly approve of this. I was thinking about drinking a soda with it, but that doesn't seem like a good idea. I need to keep it a little bit healthy. Because I've been drinking soda like a master. Gulp, gulp. Glass. Oh, brother, I'm in sober living. No, can do. And I have work tomorrow. I was just on Minecraft, but thing is, yeah, I was live streaming, but yeah, I wish I could stay up all night and play Minecraft like I used to, but I really can't because I have fucking work. I play on PC. I've played on Xbox, but I like PC more. I'm much more of a PC guy at the end of the day. Paying for Xbox Lives, I can't do that anymore. It drains me of my resources. Nah, I play Modern Warfare 3. But I might be willing to try Warzone someday. I like TMZ mode. I used to play that with my dad. It's almost 11. That is bad. Definitely should have gotten a head start. And God, he never really wanted to play with me because, he doesn't really understand it because he's kind of an old-fashioned gamer. This is my nutritious meal of that's still frozen. But I don't care. I'm ready to eat. Gotta love the microwave. Some parts are really hot. Other parts are real not hot. I really don't want to put it back in the microwave. That'd be really annoying for me. Goth mommies. There's a difference. really seeking anybody out, though. Guys. I'm just not looking for a commitment. I can't take care of somebody else emotionally. I can't deal with bullshit. I can't share. I don't like fucking. I'm asexual. Sex to me is gross. I don't know. I just don't think of it and find it attractive. Yeah, gay. Whatever. I'm not gay, though. I just don't like sex. It just doesn't make me happy. You know. I don't think about it and I'm like, oh, that's something I want to do. You know? I think about it like, oh, that's something that I'm probably gonna have to do if I want to make someone else happy. No thanks. Once you go black, you never go back. That's what my therapist said. She said that to her husband. And dude, he was a big black guy. Like, brother. A relationship to me is something a lot different than just like a hookup. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna get with someone thinking, oh my god, I wanna fuck this person. I'm gonna get with someone thinking, this person has a 50% chance of completely ruining my self-esteem for a few months until I can build myself back up. You know what I mean? This person has a 50% chance to make me feel like shit again. Am I gonna take that risk? Probably not. Because it's not worth it. You know, I have too much stability to put it all at risk for somebody else. You know? And I don't like sex. That's not what I like. Oh, I have a really bad canker sore. The thing is, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I got taquitos. You know, I'm exploring my hobbies. I have a fucking job. Like, the last thing I need is emotional complication. That is the last thing I need in the entire world is emotional complication. No. I mean, what happens when the other person feels sad? And then they come and try and talk to me about it, and I'm like, I'm kind of busy right now. You know what I mean? Because I don't really do that very well. I don't know what a trip's hit, though. Okay, well, I guess I'm not incapable of doing that, but, like, I don't like doing that. I don't like catering to other people's emotions because it's effort. Not me. I mean, I'm really high maintenance emotionally. Getting laid has nothing to do with it. I had a little thing going a while back, and you know, I tried to talk about things that I usually talk about, just being like, hey, you ever think about how, like, you're just made of a bunch of cells? You know what I mean? And you're not even really alive. You're just a bunch of survival mechanisms all piled all over each other. And, you know, I don't know. That's not really a conversation. That's sort of. So, yeah, I don't know. It didn't last very long because I talk at people. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have a very strong conversational energy to really have a conversation with me. That's like when I'm casually talking about stuff, you know? That's what they told me in my last treatment center. They were like, you talk at people, Because I would always just be like, I don't really believe in conspiracy theories. I think they're ridiculous. I believe in science and evidence. If there's no evidence, there's no point. That's my belief. But speculation is a different thing, But even speculation requires you to kind of work within what we already know. I mean, I don't know, I guess a conspiracy could be, I believe that, I believe that the way people socialize throughout, like, high school and throughout their school period in life, I believe there's a lot of social engineering that goes on, and I believe that the way things are is a big organization of this person is this type of person and this person is this type of person, and don't even get me started about prom. I know I gotta go to prom, but like, don't even get me started. I mean, in my opinion, prom is it's like a big rain cloud invented to completely crush your self-esteem. You know. I'm just thinking about how much bullying goes on in school. I'm 19. You know? Just think about how much, talking about other people there is, and social labeling, and, and in my opinion, that is all engineered by the schools themselves. You know? Though I have no evidence, that's a complete speculation. But, I don't know. I was quiet in school, so you can probably imagine, like, how people were around me. It's awkward and, like, I don't know. When I was 18, I was legally allowed to leave the school, so I'd just be like, hey, I'm gonna leave. And, like, I remember this one girl was like, you're not gonna come back to the school and, like, do anything, are you? And I was like, no. Like, seriously? Like, I mean, that was a long time ago. It doesn't matter anymore, but... I kind of used to, but there's just no point anymore, I just play video games, play Minecraft, explore my hobbies, mess around with old phones, I mean, other people aren't going to take my phones away. What really can they take from me, Nothing. What I do care about is how much of a threat someone else is to me. Castle Miner Z? Oh, I was on Xbox 360. I never got to play the full version of that. I only had the demo. It's cool. Castle Miner Z. It's pretty alright. It was creepy, but I liked it. I like that tank game on Xbox where, like, the whole world was kind of like voxel based, and you could blow shit up. It was like a tank game. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was great. It was like pixely. You could like blow up the landscape and shit. Never got to play the full version. I'm pretty good at providing for myself. I mean, I just got on food stamps. I've been working a job. Oh. I'd say in my life, I played a lot of Call of Duty, a little bit of Grand Theft Auto, and a lot of Minecraft, and played a lot of mobile games like Doodle Jump and stuff. Little tiny. Oh, I work in this construction place, or it's like a landscape supply company. Basically, um, people drop their compost there and stuff. They bring their compost into that place, and then they drop it off, and then there's garbage in it because they bring it in with garbage trucks. So I climb these big piles of it and clean it out. Spend about 8 hours doing that, and then do it again the next day until Friday when I get my paycheck. Just found out that yeah. The United States of America. No, I live in Oregon. Got two my dishes. Once in my life, everything is stable, and let me tell you, that's all I ever wanted. It's just for things to be working, things to just work, and they do. How do I put that comment? Oh, it's just green screen. You can just do it on live streams. It's just a random screenshot because I'm going out to vape for a second. I used it behind me so that nobody gets in the shot because I don't want anybody to be on live stream when they don't want to be on there. But once in my life, everything is just stable now. I'm no longer switching locations. I'm not at my low point. I'm not constantly thinking about, I'm not constantly feeling like everybody is against me. And, I'm out of my lowest of lows. Now I'm in my mediumest of mediums. I can just chill, and not worry. I've taken so much shit. And I'm ready to be done with that. Every time I've had a stranger interaction, there's been a few good times, but most of them have not been great. People driving by me and call me loser, just unhappy moments. And now I just don't have to worry about that. I can just chill and relax and work and come home and do it all again and fucking, Seriously, they were all in a car, and they were wearing fucking flat bills and sunglasses. It was fucking stupid. That's why I'm in this whole situation I am now, because I made some poor choices after that, and then went to treatment, and then, you know, the live stream is still there. I just haven't made it public because it's, like, kind of fucked up. But, because I made some poor choices on the live stream, and someone called the cops, and then, I got taken to a treatment center. First I got taken to the hospital, and then I went to a treatment center, and then, after that, I withdrew early because I was just gonna go back to fucking taking mushrooms all the time and smoking weed every day, but my aunt was like, you will probably fall back on old habits if you just go home. So here's an idea, I can send you down to San Diego. You can go to treatment down there and continue your treatment. So I was like, fuck it. Or she gave me, it was either San Diego or Colorado, and I chose San Diego because it was closer to home. And then I went down to San Diego, Carlsbad, Vista, and I did about 4 months of treatment down there, and was around people who were going through the exact same thing as me for a while. And then I moved to a treatment center back in Oregon, and then I moved here. Let me tell you, man, there was a lot of times where I got to know people and then they were just gone. And that was weird for me, but now it's fine. It's all over now. I'm somewhere and I'm staying here. I learned a lot about how to take care of myself and how to just be and not let things get to me. And I really needed that because, someone would say something to me and I would go home and I would literally just sit there and rot thinking about it, I would just be like, oh my God, everybody's against me. This happened because I would make a bunch of connections, be like, that happened because of this, that happened last week, and what happened before that, and it's all connected in this big fucking situation where everything is fucking against me and everything is against my existence. And that's, now I don't really do that. I just kind of sit down and play video games, go to work, like I said, go to work, vape sometimes, vape all the time, do pretty much whatever I want to make me satisfied and relaxed. I had bipolar, and I had severe depression and anxiety, and, with bad ADHD, which didn't really have anything to do with it. It was mainly bipolar. That's the problem. Now I take medication for that, and my emotions are weak, but I no longer have mood swings, so it's pretty great. Yeah, that was also a thing. I really couldn't handle trolls. Now I can kind of just brush it off, but I did not handle that well. I used to not handle that well at all. I used to be like, so that's what everybody thinks of me, and then do the same thing all over again. Now I'm just kind of like, people come and go, and people fuck with me all the time. It's whatever, it's life. You're gonna have ops. I need to stay away from drugs because, I've been sober for 4 months, 5 months, probably 6 months at this point. I'm vibing. Let me tell you, sobriety is a gift. gift from the gods. Hey. Anyways.